Hey there guys, so today I'm going to show you a tutorial on how to make a duct tape snapback. So this is the second one I've actually made, and it has a Velcro strap on the back and basically the hat with the Obey logo, and the strap is just optional. If you want it, you just need Velcro. And this is actually the first hat I've made. It's I Love Haters, and on the under brim it says motivation, red and black. It has the strap once again, and it has the button at the top, which is pretty cool. So you'll need X-Acto knife, scissors, a ruler, a cutting mat or something to cut on, a piece of construction paper for the to make the hat a little more sturdy, and you need a piece of cardboard for the brim. Make sure it fits. We're gonna make the template for the main part of the hat. Make a line that is 10 centimeters long, as you can see, and then mark it at the 5 centimeter mark, which is halfway down the line. Make sure you line up your ruler, put it vertical like this, and make sure it lines up at 16.5 inches at the line. And then you're going to make a little mark at the top. Then you're going to move your ruler down. After you've done that, move it down to 9.5 inches. Make sure it lines up with your 10 centimeter line like this, and then just make a mark at the top. Now this is going to be a little bit important. Make sure your 4 centimeter mark lines up with the second dot we made. Make sure it's perfectly lined up, and then make sure your ruler is perfectly parallel to your line and to the paper. You can use your cutting mat to help you with this, but if not, just try your best. Make sure it's as straight as you can get it. And then you're going to draw up to 8 centimeters long. So basically the 4 centimeter mark helps us make the 8 centimeter line. And then stop it at 8 centimeters. Once you have that, you're just going to connect the ends like this, and then connect the top dot with the corners. And this is our template. You're going to simply cut it out. After you've done this, now what you want to do is take 2 colors of duct tape of your choice. I'm using electric blue and pink. Electric blue will be my main color, and then pink will be like the brim color. And then for the inside, you can use gray, which will make it thinner and save you some tape. So that's what I'm gonna do. Now you're gonna need to make this piece of duct tape sheet as long as your template, and then line up your template and cut out the sides out of duct tape like this. Make sure you get it as accurate as you can. And then once you've done that, flip your whole sticky piece over and cover it with your main color of your hat, which mine is electric blue, and then just cut out the sticky sides like so. Make sure you don't cut into the gray tape. And then make 5 more pieces for this. Once you have your 6 pieces, you're going to take a piece of tape, the outside color of your hat, and then it should be about 3 3/4, which is this length size of the piece here. Make sure it should be about 3 3/4 inches long, and you're going to cut that down the middle. Then you're going to stick half of this on the side of one of your pieces, and then take your second piece and then just line it up. Make sure you just leave a little bit of a gap, and then trim any extra sticky pieces hanging over. Then take your inside color, mine is gray, and then do the same thing. You're going to do that with all your pieces, so you have 6. And then trim off excess over here, and then connect the 3rd piece. That's how it looks like. The 4th piece, the 5th piece, and then the 6th piece. And after you've done all that, you're gonna crease where you taped it. And after you've done that, you're gonna connect the ends just like how you did with the other pieces. It's gonna look like a crown. Just do the same thing, half on one piece. And this is gonna be a little tricky. You have to look inside of the hat to connect them. So once you have that, you're going to cover that up with your gray sticky piece. Like that. And then now we have these pieces at the top. We're going to connect those so they make the hat close. You're going to do the same thing. Cut out 2 pieces of tape that are 3 inches long, and then you're going to cut that into thirds. I know I made 3 more pieces extra. I don't know why I did that. So now you should have 3 pieces. Now you're going to connect half of it on one side at the top, and then kind of you're going to have it bend over the other side, so it connects like this. And you just need 6 pieces of tape total that are about 3 inches long. And then once you've done all that connecting, you're going to flip down the inside and do the same thing with the gray tape. Just cover all the stickiness so like none of your hair sticks inside. Now we're going to make the button at the top. So take a piece of tape 3 inches long or so, just crumble it up so it looks like a button, and then take whatever color you want your button to be. In my case, I want it pink, and then just cut out a piece of tape, just I don't know, half an inch or so. You're just going to wrap the color all around. Make sure it's like a flat kind of oval. Then take your second piece and wrap it over once again. And just trimming it. And then if it looks deformed like mine, just cut it so it is okay looking. Now you're going to take a small piece of tape and roll it over on itself so it's sticky. Put it on the bottom and then cover it at the hole. And then just push on the inside so it sticks. Now you're just going to cut 2 tiny pieces of tape. And then these you're going to wrap around the button. Just kind of cover the ugly sticky stuff. Like this. So now it looks pretty nice. Look at the button. Yay! Now we're going to make the bill part of the hat. You're going to need your piece of cardboard and then cut a piece out. Like if you have an actual snapback, you can cut it out, the shape of the bill. But if you don't, just kind of eyeball it on a piece of construction paper like this. Just put your hat down on the paper and then just eyeball that out like I did there. So once you have your piece, just trace it over on your piece of cardboard here like I am doing. Do it all around. And then once you have that, you're just going to cut it out. Just like this. Okay, so make sure it looks, very nice, very sexy. Okay, now we're going to work on the inside of the hat. You're going to take another piece of construction paper, cut it out 2 inches, make it hot dog style. Cut out 3 pieces in 2 inches in width. And you're going to fold it in thirds. Fold the top up and then leave about like a 1/4 of an inch piece. And just make sure the piece is about 1/2 inch long. So fold the top and fold over the other top. So make sure these pieces are about 1/2 inch in width. Now you're going to take your inside color of your hat. Mine is gray. And then you're going to cut out a piece of tape just a little bit longer than your pieces here. Flip over your piece of duct tape and then place this right in the middle. And then on the long side, you're going to cut like 1 inch slits. Every 1 inch you're going to cut a slit. This will help you when you're wrapping around the hat. It doesn't get too crumply. So this will make your hat more not flimsy. It's going to make it a little more sturdy to fit on your hat. So you're just going to bend over like where you cut the slits. Those will help you like crumble it over. Because when you have it, like if you don't have it, the piece is going to go up and it's going to show over the hat. So you don't want that. And you repeat the same thing for your other 2 pieces. Like this. Just cut out 2 pieces of tape, just a little longer than those. And then just place these pieces in the center. Same thing with the other one. And then just once again cut those slits like this. Do the same thing with your last piece. You should only need 3 pieces so it'll fit around the hat perfectly. And then just continue where you left off, the end of the other piece. This can get a little tricky if you're not careful. Now the last piece here. Okay, so once you have all that, it's going to look a little ugly and crimply. Just try to flatten out, make it look nice. Now we're going to work on the bill part once again. So take your hat, make sure where you want the placement of your bill to be. You're going to cover the piece of cardboard in whatever color you want. In my case, I want this bill part to be pink. Just cover it all over the top. Make sure you leave sticky pieces when you overlap it. Then because when you flip it over, you're going to cut out every 1 inch or so, cut out slits. This will make it easier for you to fold over the tape. And just do that all around like I'm doing here. So just cutting out 1 more inch, a few more inches of tape. Fold those over. And It's gonna look a little like crimply and ugly and crap, but that's okay because we're gonna wrap it over again. We're gonna cover it all up. If you have like sticky pieces hanging over at the top, just cut those off. Now we're gonna cover this back part. Looks like a piece of poop over. So once you cover that up, leave stickiness. You're gonna fold those over once again. Cut a few more slits and just fold those over. Same thing with the top. Now you should have a nice pink or whatever color bill. You're gonna cut out 7 pieces of tape 1 inch long of your main color of your hat. And then now you're gonna take the bill part of your hat, and at the top where it curves right here, you're gonna place all 7 pieces, half of it on the bill part and half of it just hanging over. Once you have that, again, you're gonna cut out little slits. I'm using scissors this time. Just make those slits. And now this is gonna connect this part to the hat, so you're gonna kind of have to fold this up, and then it'll connect to the hat like this. Just tape it on. Make sure it presses very nicely. I know it's gonna look like caca, but we'll cover that up. Flip it over and then cover that sticky pieces with the gray tape or whatever inside color you want. Cover the sticky side. 7 more pieces of tape that are 1 inch long. Cover that all around. So once you have all that, it's gonna look like not very good, but again, we're gonna cover that up. So once you have that, you're gonna take your bill color once again, and you're just gonna cover up all the ugly stuff that you just made. Now it's gonna look pretty and new. Ta-da! Again, leave some hanging over, so you can fold these over. Cut little slits if you have to. Same thing with the other side. The other side, the other side, the other side of me. Oh, okay, sorry. And then you're gonna cover the back part again, right here. And fold over anything you want. And kabam, look, good as new. So this is actually the base of your snapback. You can be finished here, or you want to, if you want to add more stuff, you can cut out like 3 inch pieces, half of them like on the sides here if you want to make these more sturdy. That's totally optional. And then now if you want, you can put a design on the front of your hat, but that's basically the hat. On the back, if you want to add the strap, this will make your hat a little tighter if it's a little loose on you. You're going to, directly on the back, you're going to create an arch. Take a marker or a Sharpie, make an arch like this, however big you want. This is basically, you're going to eyeball it out. Then you're going to cut it. Just cut it. And then now, I'm just swiping off the Sharpie marks. Okay, now for your strap, I'm using pink, so cut out a piece of tape, whatever color you want your strap to be, and make it a little longer than the arch itself. And then you're going to cut that piece in half. Flip over this piece, and then take a strip of pink and just cover that up, overlap it. Now you should have sticky pieces all around, and you're going to cut little boxes now on each of the corners so we can fold these over. That's the third corner, and then now the last piece. And then you're going to fold over one of the short sides here. Then you're going to fold over 2 of the long sides. So one of the short sides should still have the sticky piece showing. Then you're just going to connect it to the hat like this at that one end. And make sure you leave enough room to put Velcro. Now just cut out a piece of tape, maybe 3 or 4 inches long. Cover this part of the hat. And then you just wrap it over inside. I know I'm doing kind of a messy work here. And then just add your Velcro piece on the other side. Just like that. And then if you want to cover that up where the arch kind of starts over there, just if you want, so it looks natural, just fold it over. And then kabam, you're finished. And I just added a design right there, so it looks pretty nice. That's how you make a snapback.